November 9, Tango, India, Quebec.
All right, November 9, Tango, India, Quebec. Roger, what's the name there?
Name's Blake. I'm right across the river over here in St. Matthews area. Just seeing how you got a copy on me that way there. We're probably ground wave, to be honest there, Jim.
Roger, could be. I'm seeing you at about 12 over. I can't give you a real estimator reading because I'm so low in the front end to avoid any complications there. So, obviously when you pull off full on your RF level, then your estimator no longer is operable. So, but what I do is I have a VU meter that's tied to the output of the audio of my 7300, and when I'm talking, I'm just setting that level to 0 level on this VU meter, and then when the folks stop talking, the meter falls down and starts reading the white noise on the channel and the residual channel noise. And so, like in your case, I have you set for 0 level, and when you see speaking, that meter drops all the way down to 12. So you're 12 dB above my local noise level, Roger.
Very good. I'm on a 7300 as well, no amplifier or anything over here. Just got a 40 meter dipole up about 45 feet at the apex, and I'm running a half-inch hardline into it there, over.
Roger. Now, we could check a couple of things to be sure that 7300 is functioning perfectly. And the first thing is to double-check your transmit bandwidth TBW setting. I don't know if you've noticed that as you've been through some of that radio, but in the menu there, it is menu set transmit sideband. Right in that area, you'll find your transmit bandwidth, and we want that on 100 to 2900. It's called wide, and it allows your transmitter to function as best it can, and then gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. Roger?
Yeah, Roger, I'm looking at it right now. It's TBW set to TBW wide set to 100 to 29.
Yes, sir, that's the one. Beautiful. Yes, that's exactly what it should be. And in most cases, that's where it will be. But in some cases, somehow, some way, things get amiss in the waxworks. And so, folks don't know that much about it, and they might be going for years in a lesser mode than what their radio is capable of being. So that's the first thing we want to check out, to be sure that TBW is in the wide mode, 100 to 2900. Then past that, we move on to your compressor, and we want that to be at a 3 on the 7300. We want a 3 on that compressor, and what that does, when you exceed a 3 on your compressor level, you start getting suck up between words, and the action between the words doesn't do you any good. You want action on the word itself. So the place that happens best is right at 3, so that's when we suggest a 3 on the compressor level, on and at a 3. Roger?
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I'm looking compressors at a 3. Right above that, the mic gain's set to 60%.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we'll deal with that now. The actual volume indication on the mic level control itself is less relevant than how that mic level affects your ALC meter. And so what we want to do is look at our ALC meter with the mic, with our hand on the mic gain. As we say the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in a QSO, don't stress it, just say it. And as you say it, be looking at your ALC meter, and you want to adjust that mic level until your ALC meter is showing in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter. As you say the word audio, you become a human test tone generator. We're not too interested in the back half of that word, frankly. Mainly, we're looking for that and then adjusting your mic level until your ALC meter reflects 7 or 2/3. Roger?
Okay, let me get that. Hang on one sec. Yeah, it's like, let's see here, it's a little high. Yeah, it's looking like it's probably about right in there. It's about 7 2/3 there. It's not going past that red bar. Is that about where it's supposed to be at?
Well, we don't want to get into the red bar. We want to get, if you notice that you notice that ALC meter is only about half as long as the other meters in the display. So what we want to do is take it from about halfway on the SDR meter to full. At the 75% mark, halfway between halfway and full on the ALC meter.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Let's see. Yeah, it's about right there. I've kind of backed that mic gain down there. It's about where it's at there, about halfway on that ALC. It was pegging out.
Roger. Okay, so I'm assuming now that you're running the supplied hand mic. Is that a Roger?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, sir, so the best way to run that mic is to pull it to the corner of your cheeks and talk across it. Don't talk directly into it, just actually touch the corner of your cheeks and talk across it, Roger?
Okay, Roger.
I mean, you can actually, like I say, you actually touch the corner of your lips there, and let me hear you, tell me about your antenna for about 10 seconds or so.
All right, yeah, I'm running a 40-meter homemade dipole antenna. Like I said, I had it up about 45 feet at the apex. On the other side, I'm actually running a 75-meter Doe Bazooka. It's built out of LMR 400. I'm driving both of it with a half-inch hardline. Pretty good setup. I've got the hardline exterior. Lou knows what I'm talking about, being in the commercial world there. I've got the jackets of that all grounded. I've got the tower grounded, each tower leg with a 10-foot ground rod, and I've got number 2 halo all the way around the tower, CAD welded, and I got ground wires coming off each leg to the halo. So we did a whole commercial style setup over here on this Rome 55 tower there. Over.
Roger that. Okay, so do you know where your EQ is, your tone control page, Roger?
I do not.
Okay, so it should be right in that same area. Next step from your transmit bandwidth, right in that area, so it goes sideband transmit, and then tone control should be right in there.
Under TX?
Yes, sir. So you should have a two-control thing, bass and treble, Roger?
Yeah, I'm right there. Bass is at +4, and the treble is at +3.
Okay, so you want to yank that treble on up to +5. Go ahead and pick out 5 on your treble boost, Roger.
Okay, we're set to +5 there. N9TIQ.
Roger. Okay, pull one back. 4. Just make it a 4. 5 was a little hot, so 4 will be perfect.
All right, we're set to +4 there. N9TIQ +4 on the treble.
Okay, and so the way that one addresses the microphone consistently makes the real difference. You have to try and be as consistent as you can and to the proximity of the microphone and all that, because those things change as you get further away from the microphone. As you know, the volume drops off. Well, not only does the volume drop off, but the EQ bass drops off. So it's very important that one be consistent, and that's why I was talking earlier about your, using the hand mic, that's Bob Heil's design. And he did a tremendous job on getting that microphone to make that radio sound like $1 million. Thing is, though, you have to utilize that mic just the right way, because if you work directly into it, you can pick up a lot of mouth noises. And that's true with any electret microphone, pretty much. It all depends on the windscreen anomalies that you might have in there. And by the way, as we're talking windscreens, foam windscreens, windscreens. I suggest whatever the microphone that one might have, a foam windscreen can just do immense things as far as cleaning up your audio, the distortion. Because if you think about it, here's this microphone, which its primary duty is to translate sound into electronic impulses, okay? But then all of a sudden, you know, our mouths make tremendous pressures over and above what the actual sound of the word is. And so you have these wind velocities moving out of your mouth that are 3 or 4 times hotter than the audio that this microphone is charged to engage to translate. And here comes this wind gust, and guess what happens? It distorts, it overloads. So a foam windscreen has the ability to redirect those windscreens away from the mic element, and that is the most beautiful thing about a foam windscreen. It takes all the garbage and all of the things that are going to mess you up and gets away with them before they get to the mic element. Roger?
Okay, yeah, so just prepare yourself to train to talk out of the corner of your mouth and talk across the microphone instead of directly into it there. Over.
Yes, sir. And actually, I'm saying actually touch, the corner of your lips so you have contact with that microphone, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
And that right there will give you a nice low end response capability and also top end response. So it all depends on the equalization curve, though, Roger.
Copy, yeah. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm talking across from it there with it right there at the corner touching the mouth there. Over.
Yes, exactly at the right place. Just beautiful. Now, what you need to do is to consistently hit the mark like that. Now, I don't mean, whatever, but I'm just saying that the more consistent you are as you address the microphone like that, it becomes second nature, and your audio will just start sounding primo, I mean, you run across those stations where, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and it just sounds, you just get lost in the sound,
Yeah, and I'm very pleased with the performance of the 7300. Like you said, they've done a real good job making it high quality.
Oh yes, sir. I think the thing is, see, Bob, all his life was pretty much a dynamic microphone manufacturer or designer, and that's where he came from, and that was the way to do it. And there are other ways that have come across now, particularly like the Electret microphone, which is on any given day you can buy 50 for $20, and in the right circuit, these little Electret microphone elements have, to my estimation, a much better articulated top end than dynamic microphones. So, I mean, it's just my personal opinion, and obviously Bob worked his way too, and he had some great microphones. But in the case of the ICOM 7300, there was a perceived problem. I'm not real sure how critical it was. Bob felt it was, as far as the input level to the ICOM 7300 was not as robust, as I understand it, as some radios might be. So he really needs something to kick that audio from the beginning to get it up to a nice depth to be mid-scale on the input mic level control, somewhere in there anyway. So he said, well, gosh, might be this time we'll use Electret microphone, and because that will give you some a lot hotter output, frankly, than a dynamic microphone. So he got his hotshot level in there, but he also got some extra, to my estimation, some extra flat top end to make that radio really shine. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. So, well, what do you think about it there, Jim? You think we're set pretty good there?
Yes, sir. Now, what I would do, I would go back to my ALC set. Now that we've, anytime you mess with anything in the chain, then you need to go back and double check your mod level. And so the mod level is where you're looking at your ALC meter as you say the word audio and adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is running 7 or 2/3. You know, just to the right of center. Roger.
All right, yeah. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Audio. Yeah, so about didn't take much to really change it there. Pretty close to about where it was at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It looks really good. So what happens there when you set level at 7 or 2/3 and you're running a 3 on your compressor, then you're going to be running right at a 3 dB dynamic range. Now, I could explain that as if you were at a baseball game and there was a PA system and you were calling the game or something, and I had some kind of something there with a VU meter tied across your audio, and as you spoke, my VU meter would be flopping around there because you're not using any processing on your PA system. You're just talking into it. So my VU meter, looking at your audio, is going to be flopping around from zero level, which is 100%, back down to -10. So we can call that a -10 dB configuration when somebody is not using a processing equipment. So you're running a 10 dB dynamic range when you're not processing. But for broadcast radio transmitting, we need a fuller signal. The fuller is better, louder, apparently. So we found that a 3 dB dynamic range signal is a lot better than a 10 dB dynamic range signal because you're squishing the audio there, you know, and so it gets to sound fuller. And so when you're running a 3 dB dynamic range, then your average percent of peak modulation is between 80 and 85%, which is a whole lot better than 30%, Roger.
Roger, yeah, I mean, your education level on that audio is well above what I'm familiar with, so, I mean, I understand a little bit, but nowhere near what you're explaining there, so it's kind of foreign knowledge to me.
Roger. Well, let's just say this, that if, you know, many years ago, in the early days of amateur radio, a lot of those older operators determined that they would use no processing, and that would be just straightforward, and that's good. But, you know, the problem is now we have so much ambient level distortion, noise, and all that stuff. And particularly, hey, at Christmas time, everything is blinking and causing static, and you know it's terrible. So because of that additional noise on the band, you have to take some preventive measures to try to expedite your signal up into the receivable level over these ambient noises that you are currently having to address. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I copy all that. All right, well, I appreciate your help there, Jim. I'm sure there's other people in there that want to try their stuff out, and I'll check into your YouTube channel. Maybe, I don't know if it's up tomorrow or when it'll be up there, and I'll listen to see what that thing sounds like now.
Roger. Okay, what's the name there?
Name's Blake.
Okay, Blake, and what's your location?
Near St. Matthews in Linden area, kind of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with like Joe's Older Than Dirt. I'm right around that area.
Oh, Roger, and you're on that 7300 today, Roger?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, just catching up on some notes. Well, Blake, good to talk at you, sir. Don't be a stranger. Join us anytime. And if you want to hear that audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3600, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
All right, I appreciate it there. Have a good one there. 73s to you both there, Lou. Talk to you all later there. November 9, Tango, India, Quebec. I'll be clear.
November 9, Tango, India, Quebec. I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
How are you feeding that hard line up there to the two antennas, over?
You mean where it's transitioning from the tower to the antenna?
To the two antennas you got up there. Yeah, I'm just curious how you're feeding it.
Yeah, so right there, I just kind of come off with an LMR 400 pigtail coming off the hard line.
But you got two antennas up there, right?
Yeah, the picture that's on my QRZ, I've added some stuff. I've got two. You can only see in the picture there that wire, that's the 80 meter. At the time of this picture, I did not have a 40 meter. It's actually on the other side on the standoff.
Oh, okay. But how are you got them tied into a T where you got one coax going to both of them?
Oh, no. No, I don't. I've got, well, I'm probably misunderstanding what you're asking. I've got two separate coaxes going to each antenna, yeah, and then it's coming down into a switch, and then at the bottom of my table here, I just flip a switch over to the 40 meter side or to the 75 meter side.
That's awesome. And always remember, when you see a big wind unit out there on the side of the road, take it apart like we did when we were kids with old TVs. We love busting tubes. Well, anyway, there's a 40 to 50 amp switch, a fan switch inside there. You can build some awesome switch boxes with those controls, over.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yep, always look for something like that, a big industrial. The bigger the better.
All right, I appreciate that, yeah. Well, have a good one out that way, Lou, and be safe, stay warm. You guys have a good one there, N9TIQ.
N9TIQ, smooth operator, N9GTO with KC9VKV. If you want your radio to check out, give Jim a shout.
Roger, Lou. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. And we'll be recording now until 5 o'clock or until we go fishing. Sometimes the traffic is not the most heaviest, and we have been known to abort our radio mission for fishing.